If I could just look at the camera, that'd be nice. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Reina Rebelde Eye Paint for brows and eyes. I got it at Target, and I'll insert a picture here with like the price. Everything, or see it right here. I do not remember paying $13.99 for it, but maybe I did. Maybe I was feeling bougie that day. Looks like this. I've actually been using it for a few weeks, but I just wanted to show you guys me using it. I got it in the color Ladonna, and I have been using it pretty regularly. I have always used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe. That has just always been my go-to. I love just like drawing on some extra hairs into my eyebrows, but this thing's like $21, and I feel like I go through like one every 3 to 4 weeks, and that's just too much. It's too much. So I keep one of these on hand, and this was what I found at Target, and I had never heard of them, so I just grabbed it and figured what the heck, I'd try it. It hasn't really dried up on me. I did add 1 drop of face oil to it because it felt a little dry. It was like kind of cracking around the outer edge one day, but I might have left it open the day before, so that was probably me. But that was one time, and it's not done that since then, so I really think that was my fault. So I'm just going to show you guys how I apply it, and I'm going to basically be doing a full wear test of everything on my face. I'm doing a couple reviews, so at the end of the day I'll update on how well it wears. I normally work from 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. So I work one job from 7:30 to 4:30 where I'm going, like I'm driving, going to different houses, sweating. I've worn it through that, and I normally will then go and I work in a retail store where they don't believe in AC, so it's usually pretty hot through that. So it lasts through all that, but I'm just gonna do a full review today where I'm going, once I'm done filming, I'm gonna clean up my house because it needs some cleaning, and then my fiance and I are gonna go on a date where we throw axes, which is ridiculous, but that's what we can do in our town. It's a new popular thing, is to go throw axes and drink while you do it, I believe. I think we can drink. So if I'm not dead, I'm gonna update on all the things that I tried today and see how they wear throughout the day. So this will be one of them. So I just got the Morphe times Jeffree Star, his brushes. So I've actually really liked this one. Like I said, I used to use a brow pencil, so I didn't really have other brushes. I used the e.l.f. one for a little while, but it's just not as sharp as the Jeffree one, if you can see. So I can still use it. It's not a bad one if you want to get a better priced one. It's actually worked really well, but I do like the spoolie on the Jeffree Star one, and I feel like the actual brush part is a little sharper. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog's little toenails outside of my door. They're trying to spy on me. They're wondering who I'm talking to. So I had to keep the door closed though because my fiance's out there. So how I use this, I always brush out my eyebrows because like I don't have a lot of hairs on them, but they're long hairs, so I have to brush them into place. And now I am not a professional when it comes to my eyebrows. It's something I'm still kind of working on. And I do plan on at some point getting them microbladed because, well, that just seems like the easier way to go. It says Reina Rebelde Rebel Eye Paint for brows and eyes. So I'm assuming they mean that you can use it as an eyeliner as well. I have not tried that. So let me show you. It's kind of hard. That looks like shit. I'm sorry. I can't really, I'm gonna do it. So you can see, okay, so like after one stroke, very pigmented, and then it kind of falls off, but it does make a pretty sharp line. So I just get a little bit on my brush, and I like to start underneath my eyebrows to kind of start that shape up, because I do not have like a solid line under my eyebrows. So I just kind of draw out the bottom. And then I go to the top and kind of set that line up as well. You can see I got these little hairs. I'll show you what I do with those little hairs at the end, because I don't like to trim them because we need as much eyebrows as we can get. So I'll show you. I normally just use a clear brow setting gel to keep them tamed. And I fill in here and back. And then at the center of my eyebrows, I draw up and kind of fade it into the rest. You see how I kind of start curving it off. I don't like super pronounced or squared off eyebrows. Sometimes if I'm getting really dolled up, I'll go a little bit crazier with my eyebrows, but I just like to make it easy on myself so I can match up my other eyebrow, and that way it looks pretty natural. And just make sure it blends into the rest of my eyebrow. Do it on the other side. And now when I'm dipping in, like I'm not getting much. If you can see that. Like that's actually a little too much. So if I get a little too much, just take a paper towel, wipe it away, because if you get too much of this one, it kind of gets a little crusty. So I don't know how it compares. Brush that one a little better. My eyebrows look super different. They grow super different. So I just do anything I can to make them match up. So just add little strokes. You don't want to make just one straight line, because then you'll look like those scary eyebrows that you see on people where they're just like blocky. Blocky, is that a word? You just want to make strokes. So it's like you're drawing in your eyebrow hairs. And this thing only comes in 2 colors. This Ladonna is the lighter one, and then there's a little bit darker of one. I'll insert a picture right here of the darker one because I forgot the name. So I don't know if that that applies to everybody. Oops, see, and you can see when it like messes up, it's a little clumpy. It's usually pretty easy to clean up. So I like that, 'cause I'm gonna mess up. Because that's just the kind of person I am. Go through the whole eyebrow, make a couple extra strokes, and see that looks messy right there because I had too much on my brush. So I'm going to just kind of go over it and make them blend out. I think I'm gonna make some videos on when you fuck up, how to fix it, because that's what I find myself doing a lot of the times, is rushing and then fucking something up and then having to fix it. And you gotta kind of learn some tricks of fixing those things. Hold on, let me check to see that these are even. My little fake arch that I make. Oh, I'm going in with it like blonde. I see a lot of YouTubers that, you know, they show you the correct techniques. And we should always try to strive to do the correct techniques, but what happens when you mess up? So I think that's what I'm gonna do a video on. I just gotta make a list of all the times I mess up. And when you try to mess up, I'm sure, because I don't try, I'm sure if you try to mess up, it's a lot harder to actually mess up the way that you normally would mess up. So okay, so here they are before any brow gel. Oh, that one's looking a little sparse. Hold on. Well, on camera it looks sparse. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. So my advice is to always kind of like back up and look at yourself in the mirror, because we do our makeup like this, but hopefully nobody's that close to your face all the time. I think it's just the reflection. It's making that look that way. I'm gonna try, I saw this at Ulta the other day. At Ulta. It is the NYX Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Brow Setter. Okay, I got it open. It was difficult. It was difficult to get that open. Okay. NYX Bear With Me. We will open it up. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I was thinking. That's what she said. Just kidding. I don't know if I can say that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's what she said. So, it's pretty small. I have been using, and it is wore the F out. This was the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And I mean, it's good, but the writing on it wears off really easily. Like, this has been gone off of this for probably after a month of using it. And it was clear. And look at it now. It looks so gross because I put it on after everything, so it gets the color in it, so it is no longer clear. Which I used the e.l.f. one too, and the e.l.f. one did that too. But you can still use it and it still looks good. Which, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna use this on one side and this on the other so you can see. So this is the Anastasia one. And Anastasia I'm gonna use on this side. And you can see like you can't tell it's colored. It's not like it's like a tinted brow gel, but it just looks so gross. I'm sorry, Anastasia, don't judge me for getting your product so dirty. So that just keeps it in place, so I don't, like, say if I take my shirt off or something, like, my eyebrow hairs are so long that they'll just go up and look super funny. So let me try this one. Now, I don't know if this cannabis oil is supposed to make your brow hairs grow more or thicker or anything. So this has a little bit of like a white cast to it. Like you can tell it kind of like, can you see that? It made my eyebrows look a little lighter, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's got just like a little bit of a white cast to it. Let me look it up and see what their intentions were with that. This was not at Target. It was not on the Target website.
Meet your eyebrows' new bestie because of its many talents. Mix professional makeup. Bear with me. Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil Brow Setter. It's a really long name. Is the perfect eyebrow product that makes it easy to prime, groom, and set your brows into a number of on-trend looks, from soft and natural to firm and dramatic. Think soap brows. This ultimate 3-in-1 clear finish eyebrow setting gel is infused with hemp-derived cannabis sativa oil and Centella asiatica extract, making this conditioning formula as good for your brows as it is to your look. Hemp-derived cannabis sativa seed oil is an ingredient known for its calming superpowers. For hydrated, controlled brows, the tiny application brush allows you to get in there to comb your brows out and lay them where you want them. Whether you use to prime and condition your brows before filling them in, or on its own to get flawless brows, this little tube is a brow's best bud.
Strictly for makeup junkies. They put strictly for, and then in parentheses, makeup junkies. I'll get what you're saying there. Featuring a vegan formula with no animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. Cruelty-free and PETA certified. Goes on white and dries clear. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, it's not staying white. And it does say to use before filling in, so that was me, that was my bad, but that's how I do mine. So, I mean, it's not white anymore now that I just read all of that. It's dried down clear. So they're right. I'm sorry, NYX. I shouldn't have ever doubted you, NYX. Okay, so I'm going to wear these brows for the rest of the day, and I will update at the end of the day on how they last and if I see a difference in between the Anastasia and the NYX side. So I ended up not going anywhere, and I'm reviewing a couple products today, but honestly, I'm looking at my eyebrows, and I washed all 4 dogs today, and I got splashed in the face quite a bit. I'm looking. And it looks just the same. I wouldn't say it was exactly a dupe. I wouldn't say that the NYX one is a dupe for the Anastasia one. But I think it works just fine. And I think I'm gonna try it long term. See if it does help with like the growth, and see if it makes me have some thicker lashes. That'd be great. If you guys like these kind of videos, just give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below if you want to see anything else comparing two products that maybe I don't have. I look for any excuse to go shopping. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Oops. So stupid. I'm just gonna say no particular reason I wanted to try it. Trying to do it blind again. If I can open it. Hold please.